Any of the views expressed in this show do not represent the views or opinions of those participating. We are merely observers.
Please do not reenact any of the stories you hear on our show.
Being featured on our show is not something to be proud of.
And as always, please drink responsibly.
It's all about the penis. Welcome to another episode of Laughs and Drafts. My name is Jason Thomas, your resident fancy boy.
I'm Jared, your learning man.
Tim, the old man.
I'm Ethan. Kind of think of Babyface Nelson.
Babyface Nelson. All right. For those of you who've never listened to our show before, we go over strange news stories and talk about a few different beers and about what we do and do not like about them. And so we're going to get right into the first story. This one, headline reads, Homeless man penis snapped in half during frantic sex with manhole cover. A San Diego homeless man was hospitalized after and later arrested for indecent exposure and lewd act after he was seen in public having sex with a manhole cover.
As one does.
I don't think you're doing that with the manhole cover. It's like just rip it
spinning
clean
like
off.
a rim.
Those things weigh like not 100-something pounds.
They're heavy.
They're heavy. The incident occurred on University Avenue around 12 in the afternoon when nearby high school students on lunch break alerted the local police. San Diego police and paramedics were forced to separate the man's genitals from the manhole cover, which resulted in hospitalization after it was revealed that he had suffered a severe penile fracture.
How?
I have no idea.
I figured he
Dude,
was like...
you're going at it, man.
I
You're
feel
hard
like
in the
it
paint.
was like flat and he was like laying on the ground. Just like
it's just butts just going up and down in there.
slamming the concrete.
I'm getting in that manhole cover. Something about the word manhole gets me excited. Stephen Wood, 43, claims he was drunk and passed out when he later woke up and found that his genitals were stuck inside the gap of a manhole cover and he was unable to free himself.
Ouch.
Asked passerbys for help in vain.
Help!
I wonder why.
Help!
It's so weird.
Help! He does not recall what happened. All he remembers is waking up on the street with his pants down and was unable to stand up. He believes someone played a prank on him. San Diego police spokesman John Smirk told reporters. That's a made-up name if I ever heard it.
It's not like tying someone's shoelaces together.
Well, one thing led to another, and my penis was in a hole.
Dick Tracy was in a hole, see?
Wood's testimony does not corroborate with eyewitness testimonies, which claimed he was having frantic sex and grunting and moaning loudly in public. San Diego police spokesman John Smirk told reporters. Paramedics were called on scene when police officers were unable to lift the man from the ground, who was stuck to a manhole cover, visibly in agonizing pain.
I
like that they tried to lift him up, and it was just like...
Followed by a sound of a snapping stick.
Yeah. Local citizens alerted authorities at the time, alleging that Wood was committing sexual acts on a pumpkin stolen off private property in the area.
Call this a
in plain daylight.
jack-o'-lantern.
I'm an exhibitionist. Anything, everything, in public.
Everything in public. That's how I lost my house.
He was getting tired of my crap. He just moved away.
My rule is you can't put your penis in it. What's its use? What's the point? What's it even good for?
You go in my house, nothing but shampoo bottles everywhere.
I'd like to change that song. Penis. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Wow. Penis. Good God.
Take us away to the next story. Jeez.
Teens are now getting drunk on boiled tampon juice.
Oh my God.
It's like
This
it's
is
like
so
the
this
Tide
is
Pod.
Bad to
It's
work.
the next one.
This is like they're like the kids of the parents that put urine in their eyes and inject
That's right.
semen into their
Oh
arm.
right.
my gosh.
To cure
This
back
has
pain.
got to be... Go ahead and read
I
this.
think this is the next step after the Tide Pod challenge. It's just like it just escalates to this. Kids these days will try just about anything to catch a buzz, from boofing beer to vaping vodka. Their
Boofing
latest cheap
beer?
thrill, boofing. You know that term? Anybody?
Let's pull up the old Google machine.
The old Urban Dictionary. Let's find it.
Go to the Urban Dictionary.
Exactly.
Boofing. I assume it's butt chugging.
Oh my god!
What?
Hey,
That's just the word.
that's the quickest way to get a buzz.
Is it?
Yeah, take the tampon and
So
soak
I've
it in
heard.
hard alcohol
I
and
mean, they did that.
shove
what
it in
Jason
your
told me.
in your.
Rags, my voice
what
cracked.
Jason said.
About rags and vodka.
That's what they did in like my high school. People were putting rags full of vodka, put in the butt.
Put it in the butt.
Okay, when you take drugs or alcohols through the butthole to get higher and drunker,
Beer
and quicker,
boofing.
Did you see?
That word makes me happy.
Let's see this
That
in
phrase. Those two words put together makes a phrase.
the used in a sentence. Did you see the boys last night? They were boofing loads of drugs.
Boofing.
Well, it's also the act of smirking.
I was boofing my buddy last night.
There's no way that comes out right.
It was boofalicious.
There was boof on the walls. There was boof on the floor.
Everywhere.
Acronym. Some of this stuff on our dictionary. Just, long story short, stuff in the butt. That's all we need to know.
Boy, that's how I like it.
Teenagers in Indonesia
Enough said.
are collecting menstrual pads and tampons and boiling them, allowing the mixture to cool and then imbibing the resulting liquid.
Imbibing.
Imbibing. Never seen that word before. All right. Police have already arrested several minors caught making this menstrual pad moonshine.
Gosh, dude.
Oh my god. All right, go ahead, continue.
You read it over there. One 14-year-old confessed that he and his buds swig it morning, afternoon, and evening. The National Narcotics Agency in Indonesia says it's the chlorine used to sanitize menstrual products that's getting kids tipsy, giving them hallucinations and a feeling of flying. As it turns out, this has been going on for at least a couple of years, as this phenomenon was first reported by Indonesian authorities.
Just go back to Tide Pods. It's fine.
I don't know who started it. An advocate for safe drinking in Indonesia says, "There's no law against it so far. There's no law against these kids using a mixture of mosquito repellent and cold syrup to get drunk."
Is it better to dig up your relatives who died from the Black Death or
that.
that? I'm thinking the Black Death. I'll take Black Death.
That has some cultural
That's
significance to it.
Don't understand
So,
if
yeah.
that's messed
it
up.
doesn't need. Oh my gosh. Boiling tampons.
Next we have one of them
And-
cocktails, and we're gonna boof
And
this.
are they boofing it or are they drinking it?
I think they're just drinking it straight up.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
Dude,
did we establish,
heroin or something?
are they used tampons?
Yeah. Some of them are, I think.
Oh, God. Come on,
What
dude.
use would be a
There's no.
brand
I
new-
don't,
come on.
I don't know for
No,
sure.
no,
I don't
no.
know for sure.
It
I
can't.
don't know for sure.
There can't.
They boil it, so why would they care if it's used or not?
No, it
Boiled for safety.
Trust
Hey,
me.
it's free.
No.
It's free.
No. No.
Adds a
Chemical.
nice,
No,
you get
no,
like
no.
a wine, like color, that nice
You know,
red.
maybe you should just take
Oh.
take one of them 55-gallon barrels
Oh my god.
and you just stuff
No.
them full of.
They can't. It can't be used. They cannot be used.
Why?
Because they just can't. Can't. I will lose all hope in humanity if people are drinking fluid from used tampons. I can't.
Hey.
Hey, you know what? I'm sold.
No, it's not.
They said it
You
worked.
can't just
They said it couldn't be
They
done.
said it couldn't be done.
say that
There
it's
must be on to
clean.
something.
You can't. You take poop and you boil poop and you drink it. The poop isn't clean. It's not clean because you boiled it. You just got boiled poop.
Well, it's a liquid
Don't be
and a
ridiculous,
solid.
Jason.
No,
It goes down much easier.
You're throwing words at me and expecting it to fix the problem, and it's not working. All right,
man.
let's go to the next story.
I can't follow that one
I've
up.
had enough boofing for one day. That's the name of this episode, by the way.
I'm
Boofing.
getting, I'm getting close. We're going back to Florida.
Let's go back to our safe place.
Yeah, let's go back to where we feel most at home.
Florida teacher accused of smearing feces in park before a child's birthday. A substitute teacher in Florida was so angry with the principal that she smeared human feces around a Sarasota Park pavilion that the principal had rented for their child's birthday party, law officer said.
Summoning a Florida demon. Take the poo, smear it.
Heather Carpenter, 42, faced a single count of criminal mischief, over $1,000 according to Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. She was released after posting a $2,500 cash bond. Authorities said they became aware of the incident on December 1st when a witness reported seeing a woman wearing blue gloves and a mask placing waste and fecal matter on the porous wooden tables and grills at the family park in Sarasota. Mike Hutchinson, who said he was at the park for a time, he told Fox News, Channel 13 News, he was shocked and appalled when he walked into the pavilion and saw what had happened. That smell hit me, and I noticed that she did it to every table. Hutchinson said it was a mixture of urine and feces, and she had a big cup and was just pouring it out and wiping it on. It's an intelligent person.
Gosh.
Was she? You said she was an assistant teacher, or
Substitute.
substitute?
Yeah, a substitute teacher.
I can only imagine dealing with kids and being a substitute teacher where everyone just jerks off constantly in the classroom, and I don't mean literally jerk off, but mess around.
Okay. I was about to say, how did we get here?
Hey, jack around.
We were talking about feces.
Yeah, that's
sad when the teachers are less mature than the children.
Well, I mean, like I said, I think it's just, I don't think it's somebody being irresponsible or doing something out of malice. I think it's just a rite of passage in Florida where, you know, I think here the thing is like when you go, what was it, out of elementary school to middle school, you have the graduation ceremony where they hand you, you know, a little diploma.
I always heard of that
school.
happening, but that's never. I sure
we
as
did
heck
it.
never got it.
Well, you went to Montessori.
No,
right?
I did elementary at Slate Run. I don't remember. I mean, we
When
got
is that going to
something.
be done? For the love of God, finish that school. It's been
Yeah,
like
it's-
12 years.
It's taking a long time.
Are you still in school?
I really need to finish it.
They tore it
need to
down
go
and they've
back.
been rebuilding it forever.
It's a bit of a
Oh, okay. I
bit
thought
of a Billy
it's
Madison
like
situation.
the biggest freaking elementary school ever made. Like it's
Oh.
huge.
very large. Yeah.
well, there's a lot of kids, man. But anyways, it's just a rite of passage, you know, in Florida where, you know, to move on, you must sit at the tables of feces and eat your dinner. And it's rite of passage because that's what life's going to be for the rest of your life in Florida.
That's right. I mean, if you go by Florida, there's a lot of groundbreaking, methods they use that the rest of the nation could really, benefit from.
Yeah.
This is one of them.
This is one.
Let's go back to drinking tampon juice. Good Lord. Enough with all the feces spreading. Is it to me? Is it
Yes,
my turn?
please.
Okay. All right.
Cleanse the palate.
Speaking of human stupidity and kids these days, Mumbai man is suing his parents because they brought him into the world without his permission. We can never repay our parents for everything they do for us. The care, love, and support we get from them is impossible to get from anyone else. But Raphael Samuel, who lives in Mumbai, is planning to sue his parents for bringing him into this world without his consent. He believes that no human has the right to force life on another human. It is not because he doesn't have a good relationship with his parents, but because he thinks that people should not give birth to a child just for the sake of their pleasure. I want to tell all Indian kids that they don't owe their parents anything, Samuel told The Print. I love my parents and we have a great relationship, but they had me for their joy and their pleasure. My life has been amazing, but I don't see why I should put another life through the rigmarole of school and finding a career, especially when they didn't ask to exist. He also has a Facebook page and called, oh Lord, I don't know what, Nahilanand, and posts messages like, isn't forcing a child into this world and forcing it to have a career kidnapping and slavery?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Yeah, and then he goes on and he has like various like social justice looking posts and
Yes.
Well,
Well,
what's not to like with that?
if
what
you
I'm saying?
don't like life and you're not happy with the situation, you can always quit.
You could just say, I don't want to have kids.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's easy enough. I
mean-
don't want kids, so that's
There you
it.
I wonder, I mean, If he was a like a rape baby, that'd make more sense. Like, because it was literally forced into the world.
That's a
with
phrase.
dominance.
I don't think
Forcing life.
I don't even know what to say about that entire thing that you just said.
Urban Dictionary. Here we
Says-
come.
I'm not going to Google
just-
rape babies. I'm not going to Google
I hate
rape
how the
baby.
whole time he's like, "Oh, I love my parents. Great relationship. Everything's great." But I'm going to sue the crap out of them.
Yeah.
'Cause they didn't get my permission before I
Well,
even
how does one get permission?
Great baby.
No, I'm not Googling that. I refuse. Gosh. As soon as I hit search on that, FBI is going to be kicking in the door. All right, so let's go ahead and just get into our first beer of the night.
So we have another one from Tommy Knocker, and I don't know if you guys remember, but a few episodes ago, however long ago that was, we actually had a first beer by these guys. I think, what was that, the Cherry Wood Sour?
Yes, that was what. Yes.
This one is called the Blood Orange Rape Baby. No, I'm just kidding. The Blood Orange IPA. And again, as is the case with the old Tommy Knocker, there isn't a tremendous amount of info other than it is 6% alcohol. The hops that they use, they do have them on here on their website, is Citra, Summit, Mandarina Bavaria, Mosaic, and Chinook are the hops that are in this particular brew. It's an India Pale Ale brewed with blood orange. So I guess we will check that one out.
This has Chinook hops in it, which are brutally bitter.
Give it
And
a
that
swig.
face says it all. Really?
That smells. I think it smells really good. Did you not like the smell of
I
it?
didn't like the smell, no.
Huh.
It smells straight up like a blood orange.
Now, I'm sorry, Ethan, you go ahead. What you thought of it? Or what you think of it?
For an IPA, and I like IPAs, that's not too bad. I feel like that citrus blood orange flavor kind of takes away from that punch to the face that the IPAs usually give you. What were you
No.
going to ask?
I was just going to ask, what other hops in there? I know Chinook is in there, but what other ones?
Citra, Summit, Mandarina Bavaria, and Mosaic.
Where are the hops harvested from? What part of the country? Or
It's usually most of the hops are from Oregon and Washington State. That's just where it.
most? Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the
most.
Colorado hops?
There too.
Colorado.
Colorado hops.
Colorado.
Most of them though, when you look at the list, it's like Washington State, Oregon, Washington State. Like it's just back and forth. That is a lot
It's
of
not bad.
That's pretty good.
It's
I like
better
that.
than what I was expecting.
I like IPAs, so I like
quite
that one.
fruity.
That's got a real nice. You can smell it like a mandarin at the
Yeah.
end on the finish. It's not real hoppy.
No, not for. I feel like definitely not for an IPA.
I get hints
What I was
of
expecting,
grapefruit, too.
it
What's
was it was going to be much more intense than that, but that's
blistering
not bad at all.
Hops.
That's balanced pretty well. That is, of course, a little bitter on the end, but it's an IPA.
Is it hops forward? Do you think
Is it what?
hops forward? Like, is it no? You don't believe so?
I think it's fruit is the biggest thing
Yeah,
forward.
fruit forward, fruit in the nose,
Flavor
right.
more
Yeah.
so.
and then ends on hops, and then there is that kind of orange
So,
again. On the finish.
Definitely. I mean, they definitely nail the blood orange flavor in there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even like. I'm stupid. So is blood orange actually? Is it more grapefruit or is it actually like
It's more of an orange.
No,
Is
it's
it-
an
well,
orange filled
obviously,
with
but-
blood.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is it more? Because that
didn't
honestly,
even
it tastes more
acknowledge
like
that.
grapefruit than orange,
That's
and so
yeah.
that's why I'm like, is that more of like a variety of
I-
grapefruit, or is it
I
literally?
honestly
just
don't know
part of-
blood
Let
orange.
me get
To me, it
some
tastes like
Urban
grapefruit.
Dictionary pulled up.
What's a
Exactly.
blood orange?
What is blood?
We had them down in Florida, and we stayed with Becky and Freddie, and we actually made drinks from. They had a tree right there.
No, they have blood orange trees.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We picked a few and made a few drinks out of them.
So just kind of go over some of the hops that are in here. Released in 1985, Chinook has a high alpha acid, 12 to 14%, which basically means it's super bitter and it's very high in its bitterness. It's a cross of a Golding variety hop called Petham Golding and a wild hop that originated in Idaho.
Okay, so it says that the most common commercially grown Moreau blood orange does have a grapefruit-like bitterness to it.
You actually got information on blood orange? I typed in blood orange and I got a wrapper.
Well, I got I started typing in blood orange, and one of the things that popped up suggested is blood orange related to grapefruit?
Oh,
and
okay.
so it popped up, and of course, I guess grapefruit by itself is only half orange. So I mean that's probably where you get those similarities.
Yeah.
mixed in
So
there.
it's basically a crossbreed.
But I guess a blood orange by itself is just straight up orange.
Like a good
Eugenics.
half-breed.
Keep them separated.
Dino DNA.
Real dino DNA. Well, it's not bad, though. I'd say I would, if I had that amongst the list of IPAs that I was going to drink,
I'd give it a
You probably drink that one.
3.5.
I'd say 3.5 as well.
Yeah.
I'd go with that.
3.5. What about you, Jared?
Yeah.
I could drink
yeah,
that.
sure. 3.5.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into our next. Well, do we all agree 3.5?
Yeah.
Except okay, 3.5. 3.5. There you go.
3.5.
Tommy Knocker. Congratulations. Next story. This one is from Colorado. It says Colorado hunter claims he was sexually assaulted by a Sasquatch.
This is the moose guy.
No.
He went
Daryl
back.
Whitaker.
Or is it the
Got
couple
raped
that
by-
had, or is it the couple that had sex?
Yeah, we've had so many just weird stories. Daryl Whitaker from Glenwood Springs in Colorado claims a Sasquatch attacked him and attempted to rape him while he was walking in the woods.
Understandable.
57-year-old man was walking to his hunting cabin on Sunday to see if he had suffered any damage during winter, when all of a sudden a large gorilla-like creature dropped from a tree in front of him and punched him in the face. It was at least 8 feet tall, and its punches hurt like hell. I was knocked right out at the first blow.
I thought his punches hurt until.
Yeah, until I got the other punches. Got the butt punches. While Mr. Whitaker was trying to recover from the attack, a large humanoid creature began to tear his clothes while letting out some terrifying howls. Look at how you what those sound like again. When I regained consciousness, he had already torn my pants and was tearing through my underwear. I stabbed him in the shoulder with my hunting knife, and that made him run away. Mr. Whitaker immediately reported the attack to both the Glenwood Springs Police Department and the Colorado Parks and Wildlife Agency, and a joint investigation has been launched. Daryl Whitaker is convinced that the creature who attacked him was a Sasquatch, but the GSPD investigator says it's more probable that the attacker is simply a particularly large and hairy man.
Was he Polish?
Yeah, I guess so. While they are currently interrogating nearby residents to see if anyone noticed an individual corresponding to the description of the subject. According to the victim, the attacker measured around 8 feet tall and was extremely hairy. He has dark brown hair, brown eyes, and extremely large feet.
And a nice rack.
Real thick in the waist. Nice behind you.
You could say he was girthy.
Girthy.
Getting that rump.
I'm a boof it.
I'm gonna boof it. No, I don't think you're using that verb incorrectly. All right, let's go ahead and get into our next story.
A Schenectady man looking to unload 20 oxycodone pills accidentally texts cop. He's had better days.
Boy, if I got a nickel.
Richard J. Betters Jr. is being held on $20,000 bail after trying to sell 20 oxycodone pills to a detective he texted by accident. According to Lieutenant William Mayle of the Rotterdam Police Department, Betters inadvertently reached out to a detective whose number he had from prior dealings with law enforcement Tuesday. The detective arranged to meet Betters at a Taco Bell eatery where the alleged perp showed up looking to make a deal. That's when he was arrested. The detective met with him and played along, Mayle said. We're familiar with him here in town. Betters, who has a preliminary hearing set for Thursday afternoon, is charged with third-degree criminal possession of a controlled substance and intent to sell. He had numerous cuts and abrasions on his face when he met with police officers. I can only say the injuries were present when we encountered Mr. Betters, according to Mail.
Sure they were.
We are unsure of how they were sustained.
Is that a boot print on his face?
How did he get that?
Yeah, well, turns out you can't sell drugs to cops unless the cop likes drugs. And then in that case, you can sell the drugs to cops.
All right, Dad, we got.
Why not?
There wasn't really much to say about that story. I'm sorry.
All right, let's go with the man breaks lingerie store window to attack Barack
Yeah.
Obama mannequin.
What?
I'll say it
It's
again.
as ridiculous as it sounds.
Yes. The suspect allegedly, there's your word,
Allegedly.
Great.
told a shop employee that the mannequin was talking to him, and he didn't like what he said. And it looked like Barack Obama.
You say.
Look, boy. The New York man is facing charges of criminal mischief for allegedly breaking the front window of a lingerie store last month to attack a Barack Obama mannequin. Police arrested
But
41-year-old.
it's a lingerie store.
Hey, man, he's a good-looking dude. It's
Yeah.
all right to have him in there.
That's right, from the torso up. He's got a picture.
What?
of him. Well, no, he's actually he beat the crap out of it. That's all that's left standing. It's just the torso up to his head. That's what it looks like in the picture here. It said that the police arrested the 41-year-old man on January 26th after surveillance video allegedly showed him using a cinder block to smash the window of a Romantic Depot, an adult store
Where was this?
in Harlem. I assume Harlem, New York. Yeah, it
Well,
was.
they do have loose cinder blocks just
Yeah.
sitting out on the sidewalk.
They're just laying around. I'll
It
use
is
this.
Harlem.
Said all I heard was glass shattering, so we were looking around like, what is going on? And at first we thought one of the mannequins fell through the window. All of us ran outside. We didn't see anyone until we went to the window and saw a cinder block. Okay, so it wasn't a mannequin. Someone threw it. So we started looking around to see who could it be. And then we seen a man pacing. Turns out the window and the man allegedly broke the showcase's display with Obama mannequin dressed as a prince and President Donald Trump dressed as a princess wearing a Make America Great Again hat, according to the New York Daily News. The surveillance video shows someone yanking the Obama mannequin out of the window and throwing it to the ground. The Trump statue was left unharmed. The man allegedly left the scene, followed by a store employee. One of the people on the security team, a smaller guy, was able to catch him and hold him for the police. He said the employees had to protect the suspect from a crowd of angry Obama fans. He was surrounded. We put our loss prevention people out and surrounded him. We could have killed him. We had women trying to kick him in the head. We tried to protect him because
God. Come on, it's just a mannequin.
because he
Calm down.
had damaged the Obama image.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
And a Trump supporter was kept repeating after he was caught that he hated Obama and Obama ruined the country.
Now,
Good times.
I tell you, sir, I don't want to offend you, but please put me down.
So it was like a sex shop, pretty much, or like
Yeah.
Okay.
The lingerie store.
No.
Like
Romantic Depot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's different from it.
How brash of me.
Yeah.
what I call
I don't
a
run
butthole.
just your average run-of-the-mill sex shop. I have a nice romantic department.
That's what I call your butthole.
Romantic Depot.
We like to
it.
call it the Boofing Depot.
Yeah, the Boofing Depot. Come on over. Boof away.
That
you
does
go.
sound like
Both
a nice gay nightclub.
What, boof?
Boofing
Lord.
Depot?
Dude.
No, just boof.
Well, we got to start a business now. Called the Boofing Depot.
Someone better trademark that before it. There's some good money to be made.
The
in
a-holes
boofing
that brought
business.
you laughs and drafts. Welcome to the Boofing Depot.
We have all kinds of tampons soaked
Boiled
in various.
tampon juice, butt
Yeah.
chugging station over there.
You want to get drunk, but you don't want to do all the work? Come on down.
Just lay down and let it happen.
Just butt chug it.
Just butt chug it.
But
That's our slogan underneath Boofing Depot. Just lay down and let it happen.
So, have you guys? You all have seen those various pictures that people post where they've gotten some Japanese or Chinese text, like tattooed on their arm, and it comes out to be something. It's supposed to be like something like honor
happiness.
or
happiness,
and it just means like I don't know, boofing or something like that.
Something
It comes
crazy,
out to be completely different. Okay, so the ever so reputable Ariana Grande, she got a tattoo because she just came out with some song apparently called Seven Rings, and so she tattooed on her hand the kanji characters for seven and rings, but when you put them together, they come out to a word that basically means barbecue grill. Which makes me so happy. Oh my gosh.
It's not something else.
So it says, in celebration of her new hit single, Seven Rings, pop star Ariana Grande got a new tattoo on the palm of her hand. So it's on the bottom of her hand, paying homage to the song and its music video. The star said she had the phrase Seven Rings tattooed in kanji, a Japanese style of writing. But it actually spells barbecue grill. As some of Grande's Japanese fans quickly pointed out, the two characters separately mean seven and ring, but together means, I think it's shichirin, the name for a small charcoal grill. Amazon offers several of these for sale. The combined characters roughly translate to seven wheels, not seven rings. Looks like Grande's tattoo was well-meaning, but she ended up with a grill on her hand. An image of the tattoo was shared on the official Ariana Grande Japan Twitter page. In the caption of the photo, Grande writes in Japanese, "Everyone thinks this is not my hand, but it really is my hand, even though I'm wishing you wish it wasn't, I'm sure, at this point." It wasn't the strange-looking hand some fans had a problem with. It was the tattoo fail. And it does, they are talking, her hand looks like a mannequin hand here. It looks looks fake, almost. You see that?
Oh, wow.
Very odd.
Yeah, it looks like
going
plastic.
I don't know
And,
why you would get a tattoo right there on the palm of your hand.
It says many fans replied to the tweet with the corrections and then sent photos of the shichirins, I think they're called. So some fans are replying with what actually is what her name says.
Oh.
But it says while the photo remains on the star's Japanese Twitter account, it was removed from her Instagram. Grande's caption stated that the characters on her hand were an abbreviation of Seven Rings. In the video for the single, the title of the song is written in both kanji and English. So yeah, just more stupidity.
Yeah. That once again, you better fix that in your album because it's going to be Small Grill. instead of
Exactly.
Seven Rings.
Which is really, I think, a better name for it.
Yeah.
I'd
Small
use
Grill.
that name over Seven Rings.
Grill.
Small Grill.
Be like
Man.
a King of the Hill theme, kind of.
Oh, yeah. Propane.
Mm-hmm.
Propane accessories.
Accessories.
What?
What?
Dang it, Bobby.
So let's go ahead and get into our last beer of the night.
Okay, so this one is from the Avery Brewing Company. They are out of Boulder, Colorado. Been around since 1993. This particular brew is called the White Rascal, and it's a Belgian-style white ale. And again, this is another orange one. This is ale with orange peel and coriander, about 5.6% alcohol. On their website, they describe it as an authentic Belgian-style white ale. This rascal is unfiltered and cleverly spiced with said coriander, orange peel, for that zesty classic ale taste. And it's year-round. Looks like you can get that just about any time. Sterling hops, malt varieties. They use wheat and two-row. House Belgian, wit strain for the yeast. That's about it for that. I mean, they have their website's pretty descriptive. I mean, you can go and check it out yourself if you like. They even get it in a little bit more detail. But what'd you all think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. You really can smell the coriander spice in there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's a spicy beer.
More so than like the Sam. It's a very spicy.
Very spicy meatball.
More than the Sam Adams. They're a Belgian white.
I like that. I actually like that. That spice is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know what is coriander.
Me either.
It's
I
a
taste spice.
I don't know.
It's a
Is
spice.
it's
you
just a
use
spice.
Yeah.
What do you use it for other than
Coriander.
say beer?
Spice.
I never used.
I mean, what would you?
put it in?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you, on that one.
I've seen the recipes, but
Urban Dictionary.
check it out.
I really was never into Belgian white, but like for a few months, I've just specifically tried to find Belgian whites, and for some reason, they're not as common as I thought they would be. But I've been really enjoying it, and that one is really good.
Yeah. I'd have to say I enjoy it quite a bit.
Yeah, I like that one.
Hard to really kind of pick it apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That what I'm assuming is the coriander is I wouldn't say it's overwhelming, but it definitely is. It
It's
powers
distinctive.
a lot. Yeah, it's very.
You notice it
That's
first.
like what you taste.
Yeah.
I feel like the majority of it.
And it's not bad. I mean, I kind of like that little different taste to it and that different aroma. It's not as heavy as like the Blue Moons, because that's a Belgian white.
Yeah.
But also Sam Adams makes a Belgian ale, a white.
Yeah.
In the wintertime they make that, but that's lighter than the Sam Adams has, which I like that. I like that better myself.
So this is something kind of cool with their website. They actually give you the recipe.
Oh, is that right?
To homebrew it. Yep.
Oh, that's
Homebrew
fantastic.
recipe. And it's giving you a 5-gallon batch scale for the ingredients.
So I take it it's not available outside of Colorado.
They haven't stated. I mean, the one was the Colorado Brewing Company. They specifically were like, you can't get this one outside the state. But
Yeah.
this one, they haven't said that.
This is Avery, right?
This is Avery.
I've seen Avery
Have you
and
seen it? Total
yeah,
Wine. They have a nice selection
They do.
of beer over there.
Yeah, I've seen Avery.
They
I
oddly
mean,
enough, a lot of these, or it's not unusual for the beers that we drink to have a pairing suggestion, and this one's suggested pairings iceberg wedge.
good lettuce.
Lettuce.
Throw a salad. Want a beer with your salad?
They say the
sound
light crisp,
pleasant at all.
their light crisp flavors pair well with the rascal, while the spiciness from the Belgianese complements the blue cheese.
Anything like
All right, man, I'll take your word for it.
anything like this with a beer like this, you can pretty much eat anything with it.
Yeah, it's light
yeah.
enough.
Because
Okay,
it should complement anything, especially with some with a lot of flavor.
Yeah. I don't know. What would y'all rate it?
I give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I agree.
I go. I feel like we've been using that one a lot, but I just feel like that's fair. 3.5.
I give it a 4.
I think.
So was it 3.5?
Is that about 3.8?
3.62.
3.5.
3.5 it is.
Yeah, 3.5.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
no, I really like that.
I wouldn't be
There's-
opposed to ordering that out somewhere.
There's another one that's local. I think it's called Kenmore Blue. I think that's what the name of it is. But I would definitely love to try that one as well. It's another Belgian white. So hopefully we can get that one soon.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely some good brews today. I was pleased because usually IPAs, I'm thinking a little bit worried about that, but came out pretty good.
That
So
wasn't too bad, yeah.
yeah. So I'm pretty pleased with it. Well, thank you guys for listening to another episode of Laughs and Drafts. As always, as I do at the end of every single episode, as you've become to know all so well, you can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Spotify. Go follow us on Spotify. Go subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave a comment. Go subscribe. Go subscribe to it, please.
How about Facebook? Check it out. Laughs and Drafts.
We're on Twitter and Instagram at Laughs and Drafts on Twitter, and then Laughs and Drafts Pod on Instagram.
We are also on patreon.com/laughs and drafts, and you can find us on Reddit, r/laughs and drafts.
It's been a long night.